In this video, we'll go over the 3 steps in reading a passage and see how these steps can increase effectiveness and help retain information. Afterwards, we'll go through an example text together to illustrate these steps. Step 1. Read the passage swiftly. Capture the author's main idea without getting bogged down by details. As you read, continuously ask yourself, what is the author's main idea? Why is he writing this passage? Look out for those subtle qualifying words that can significantly impact the author's message. For example, always, rarely, never, or possibly. These inconspicuous words are often overlooked by readers, but express the more nuanced ideas that a critical question may touch upon. Although this first reading is meant to be quick, if you see a phrase that seems particularly important, take the time to underline or highlight it for future reference. Step 2. Paraphrase the underlying idea. After the initial read, take a moment to mentally paraphrase the author's underlying idea. Combine the underlined phrases into one cohesive thought. You may find it helpful to combine the phrases you underlined during your first reading. Step 3. Answer the questions. Avoid jumping around the exam. Read through the questions in the order in which they appear. You will find that some, if not most, of the questions are concerned with the central idea. Having framed this idea in your mind after your first reading, you should be well prepared to answer such questions without further reference to the text. Even in the case that a question does require you to refer back to the text, don't waste your time rereading the entire passage. Instead, scan the text for the details you need, taking special note of what you've underlined and summarized. In some cases, you will want to do this to check for accuracy even when you have already chosen your answer. Now let's apply these 3 steps of effective passage reading. Step 1. Read the passage swiftly without sacrificing accuracy. Take a minute to pause the video and read the text on the screen. Pay close attention to the opening sentence, as more often than not, this sets us up for what we're about to read. As we read, we're capturing the main idea, the allure of El Dorado, the symbol of grandeur, and the ongoing quest for this fabled city. Pay attention to anything that may be repeated. We see mention again and again of how elusive El Dorado is, and the temptation of finding it. Step 2. After our initial read, let's paraphrase the underlying idea. Based on our underlined phrases, we can summarize that El Dorado, the legendary city of gold, remains a symbol of grandeur and the unattainable, captivating adventurers and treasure seekers for centuries. By combining the key elements, we reinforce the essence of the passage. Step 3. With a clear understanding of the main idea, let's tackle potential questions based on the text. Questions often revolve around the central theme, such as the allure of El Dorado and the challenges faced by those who sought it. Some questions might include, what is the main theme of the passage? Or, why have adventurers sought El Dorado? Using our mental framework, answering questions like these becomes more intuitive, and we can navigate the intricacies of the passage with confidence. So there you have it, the 3 steps to mastering passage reading applied to the story of El Dorado. Whether it's swift and accurate reading, paraphrasing the underlying idea, or confidently answering questions, these steps are your keys to unlocking the secrets hidden within any passage.